3 straight road matches, the 8th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks return home to face their old rivals, the Wildcats of Kansas State, in the Dillon's Sunflower Showdown. Hello and welcome to Lawrence. She's still Jill, I'm still Leaf. We haven't seen each other in 3 weeks because Kansas has been on the road, but one thing that hasn't changed, the Jayhawks keep winning, and Kansas State has kind of flipped their season on a winning streak.
Yeah, Kansas still undefeated in Big 12 play. Preseason picked a top, so they've been holding true to that. Kansas State on the other side hit some lumps in the beginning of the season, played a really difficult non-conference, but they are trending in the right direction. 3 straight wins in 5-set epic battles. They're taking a lot of confidence into this match.
The middles have been money. Brenna Schmidt leads the way for Kansas State.
The 6'6" middle blocker, the junior, coming off a fantastic performance Sunday against West Virginia. 10 kills, no errors, and Kansas State was able to get the ball to their middles, and they were able to pass well. She's also leading the Wildcats in blocks per set, a big physical presence in the middle blocker position for the Wildcats.
And Reese Patak is yet another weapon for the Kansas Jayhawks.
The deepest they are is in the middle blocker position for Kansas, and she is the Big 12 Rookie of the Week, the second Jayhawk to earn that award. But she had 21 kills and 10 blocks as a key contributor last week in those 2 victories. Smooth on the slide and carrying confidence into the match with such great 2 performances under her belt.
The Wildcats are led by Jason Mansfield in his 2nd season in Manhattan. 5 top 25 wins a year ago. The former assistant at Washington and Stanford, and as Jill told you, the winner of 3 straight 5-set matches here with the Wildcats. Take a look at the lineups. Cameron Turner is 2nd in the nation in assists per set. Aya El-Nadi leads Kansas with 134 kills. Ryan Swanson is an up-and-comer for the Jayhawks. Keep an eye on her for Kansas State. Aaliyah Carter is a lot of fun to watch. The outside hitter, 3.9 kills per set. That's 4th in the Big 12. She is a dynamic player and very, very entertaining to watch. Ray Bouchard leaves the Kansas Jayhawks in his 27th season, a 5-time Big 12 Coach of the Year, 12 NCAA tournament appearances, including that Final Four in 2015. The Jayhawks have been on the road. Happy to be back inside Horish, a standing room only crowd for this Dillon Sunflower Showdown. Always a great match between these two. You're a Kansas girl who played in this rivalry. You know what it means to both schools, but especially the homegrown players in the state of Kansas.
Are you kidding? And growing up on the playground, it was like 2 sides of the who do you root for? Are you a K-State fan or are you a Kansas fan? And so absolutely it means a little bit more. I mean, especially growing up in a small town in Kansas, you always circle this one. I was joking with Coach B today. I said, man, I was always on the wrong end of it in my career. And that's the other case. Kansas lately, 6 times in a row, they beat Kansas State. But it's pretty close when you look at the all-time lineup, the matchup between these 2 schools.
Kansas State with the advantage overall through the years. Kansas has been very, very good against Kansas State the last couple of years. Reagan Burns, a fine libero for Kansas.
And Kansas opting to go with a 2 libero lineup tonight. So they have Molly McCarthy in the jersey on the side, the blue jersey, but Reagan Burns, you can see there number 3, the fantastic sophomore, getting the start, but Molly McCarthy available if needed. And so that's a new implementation this season with the 2 libero ability to use.
Simone Sims puts it in play. Glad you're with us from Lawrence. It's London Davis with the first swing and scores it for the Jayhawks.
London Davis, the senior on the right side, a powerful swing, but it was a perfect pass off the platform of Swanson, and that's a new player in the lineup since we've seen them at home a 3 weeks ago. Is Ryan Swanson on that left side.
In with a nice dig. Swanson with the tip. It's 2-0 Kansas.
And it was the dig from the senior Caroline Bien. Beautifully dug ball. And then a wise shot, a tip over the top of the block. It was a high contact point from Ryan Swanson, which she brings, that physicality. They like that.
And there for the Jayhawks on a banjo. That was off the Kansas hands. Nia Clinton.
And Nia Clinton is a very dynamic athletic player for the Wildcats. Last season we saw her on the outside pin. This season on the right side pin she picks up a big block, but they've missed her, battled injuries, but back into the lineup today.
The Big 12 all-rookie team a year ago. Outside, that's Ryan Swanson. That's going to be point Kansas State, at least for now. Ray Bouchard is asking, I think. I thought there may have been a tip, and then I thought that ball may have been in. So
Kansas is challenging.
And Kansas will challenge.
I think this might be quickly overturned. I agree, partner. The first glance, I thought that ball was in. Yeah, and indeed, you can see the ball tagging that white line, and that ball is in. So, successful challenge from Coach B. And Coach B, as you mentioned, 5-time Big 12 Coach of the Year. Talk about a man that grew up in the state of Kansas, too, in western Kansas. So certainly this match means a lot to him as well.
An ace. Bryn McGee.
Bryn McGee, seen her a lot more this season. And her level of play has just been tremendous. Coming in, serving, but playing right back.
Off the Kansas hands. There's Gregorski.
And Gregorski, a player we saw last season here, primarily playing on the back row, but playing all 6 rotations for the Wildcats. And what a tremendous story of overcoming adversity in her entire career, not only through high school, but also at the collegiate level with the number of injuries that she's had to endure. What a wonderful story.
Ava LeGrand serves it up. Swanson with the swing. Sims was there. Wide from Kansas State is point Kansas. We're seeing Ryan Swanson. What does she bring to the Kansas lineup?
That physicality. I mean, the contact point at which she brings it. Also blocking at the plane of the net. High contact point, super athletic. And you go back a couple of seasons ago in the NCAA tournament, I thought she was the best player on the floor when they lost in the second round to Nebraska at Nebraska. She was phenomenal.
Gregorski. This is wide, point Kansas.
You can see where Gregorski was going here. Just couldn't get enough topspin on the ball to get her hand snapped, wrist snapped down to find the court, but it was a good location, just couldn't find the spin.
Another effective serve for Kansas. Turner out to Bien. Larkin on the floor. But it's out of play, and the Jayhawks build their lead now.
Yeah, efficiency is the name of the game right now for Kansas. I mean, everything offensively, defensively, clicking at a high level. Looking very workmanlike on the side of the Jayhawks. A smart veteran play from Caroline B on the outside.
Quick tempo to Meg Brown.
Meg Brown, the transfer from Pepperdine. Knew coming in that she was such a dynamic player in middle blocker position, but had been training on the right side, but due to a Jordan Williams injury the last couple matches, put her back into that middle position. Actually made a change against Creighton, and Coach Mansfield said, he's like, she's so good in the middle. And then an ace from Gregorski, finding that open deep corner. But the name of the game for Kansas State has just been about their level of consistency throughout the entirety of a match.
Elnady. Larkin got a hand underneath that one. And here comes Kansas State. Carter with the kill. Great effort from Ella Larkin.
Larkin, a beach player, played at LSU. Look how far that range is. The ability to read defensively, that was tremendous. Comes flying in with the pancake.
On a banjo, sends it deep. She read that perfectly.
And Gregorski said, hey, that's my bad, because she bit on the short tip. On a banjo, you can see just holds. You can see Gregorski had a different read on that and middle back. Wisely done, though, from Toyosi.
Sent back. Reese Patak.
And so a short serve is effective because it disrupted kind of the flow of this. So the block able to get there. Reese Patak, the Big 12 Rookie of the Week, working laterally, getting her hands, holding them, carrying them high. across the plane of the net.
On a banjo. A good effort.
You gotta love that big smile from Onabanjo, middle blocker. Anytime a middle blocker gets their hand on it, you gotta applaud. I mean, it was a tremendous read. Just couldn't J-stroke it enough to keep it on their side of the net.
Good effort by Kansas to keep that in play. Chance for the Wildcats. Brennan Schmidt, who you highlighted in the open.
Showing some versatility. Off one foot and then just a high contact point at 6'6", as I mentioned, and the slice back is a thumb up, extreme angle.
El Nadi winds up, but it's wide. Wildcats within one now.
Yeah, Kansas State just settling into this, limiting their errors on their side, and El Nadi playing back row right now as Ryan Swanson plays front row, but you can see still an option on the back row if needed offensively.
Attack.
That's how dynamic this slide is. I mean, she had a long way to work here on the set that was pushed out, extreme, and then for her to be able to cut back on that angle, impressive from the freshman. And then the deepest spot, I think, for Kansas is in that middle blocker position. 4 true middles that could play at any given time.
And then Davis took it off the hands. Carter. Cameron Turner was there. Score that one for Schmidt.
Izzy Silcheski to serve.
Coming off a performance with 10 kills, no errors in that victory for Kansas State. And continuing the hot hand is Schmidt in the middle.
London Davis, Larkin is there. The end. Kansas unable to keep it up. And we're even at 10.
A quick start for Kansas, but it's been Kansas State that has increased their level of play on their side of the net. Now the first block for either side.
Silcheski serves. The end. I think Patak got a hand on that one.
As Patak again, certainly just working high with their hands, moving across the net, and rightfully so, celebrates that. And a little bit of a slow start for her in her freshman campaign, meaning didn't find the floor in the very beginning. It was Iono that got the starting nod for Kansas, and then it was Zoe Burgess, but then Reese Patak. And Coach Bouchard said, he's like, we kind of split it into thirds. It was Iono in the beginning, and then it was Burgess, and now it's been Patak as of late.
That's a lot of depth.
A lot of depth. I mean, truly 4 middle blockers that, if Coach P needs it, that can come in and play in that position. Toyosi has been the other middle for Kansas, but 3 others that are fighting for that position.
Simone Sims now for Kansas State. Turner dumps it over. Kansas back on top.
On the ABCA National Player of the Year watch list, we have 2 of them in this match, and Cameron Turner for Kansas, one of them, and that was just smooth. No one exactly when to do that setter dump, not forcing it.
Grigorski makes that play.
And you got to get a lot of credit to Izzy Krzyzewski on that. A perfect lead for Grigorski. And Kansas State's being aggressive. And Coach Mansfield said, I said, hey, what are the keys? He's like, we have to go after it.
He'd like that too. He's up off the bench, applauding his team's effort. Turner on a banjo. Wide, no touch. Wildcats take the lead. London Davis. There's Gregorski with a block.
A monster block and not getting used or tooled at all as Gregorski. Look at this quick little shuffle over and the press, strong with her hands.
A lot of high-level experience there. Turner dumped it over. Scored again for Cameron Turner.
And Meg Brown wishes she could have that one back. Just couldn't quite get it with her hand here. She sends it just a little bit late.
Long from Bryn McGee, and it's the Wildcats, the first to 15.
Media
Timeout on the floor. We've got a good one in the Dillon Sunflower Showdown. Kansas State leading Kansas here in the opening set on ESPN+.
In less than 3 years, furnace and AC costs have soared by 35%. New 2024 regulations will push prices even higher. But Kate's is offering a warehouse sales savings solution. Available from top brands like Carrier, Rheem, and American Standard. Save up to 20% on new equipment from yesterday's prices. 10-year warranty included. These won't last, so call today for a free estimate or visit us online for more details. So who can help you save before prices soar? Kate's can.
It's estimated between now and 2050, we're going to add 1.7 billion people to the planet. The more people, the more energy. The United States is doing its part, rising to become the #1 oil and gas producing nation on Earth, all the while reducing our emissions year over year. And that makes sense here in Kansas, where it's mostly local producers that live in your own town. They care about your environment because it's their environment too. Do your own research at kansasstrong.com.
Take a look around and you'll notice something extraordinary. Look at your community, your state, and even farther. Jayhawks are there. On our 5 campuses across Kansas, we learn to be your doctors, teachers, researchers, champions. We study the past to reshape our future, create jobs for a healthier economy, and discover the advancements that enrich our world. Jayhawks make it happen, one rock chalk at a time.
Part of the sellout crowd here inside Horish. Every seat valuable. You don't want to wear the earphones. You want to hear the atmosphere. You want to feel it inside Horish.
I think it's currently more of a toy right now.
Yeah, can't blame you. On a banjo. Sims was on the floor. Brian Swanson. Sims with a dig. Gregorski. Right through the Kansas block.
And Kansas State playing defense. Their court defense is frustrating right now, the Kansas offense. And then you play throughout the rally, and it's yet another aggressive swing from Gregorski, not trying to roll shot it, actually going after it and challenging the Kansas block.
That was Meg Brown who turned it back.
I think Coach Bashar is going to have to call another timeout right now.
We saw Kansas get off to a fast start. What has Kansas State done to turn the tide here in this opening set?
Defensively, but I mean, both their core defense and the playing at the net. I mean, they're making Kansas a little bit more predictable, and they're locked into scout report defense and getting in front of the attackers. 3-0 scoring run right now, but they didn't let it get out of control beginning of this set where Kansas looked like extremely comfortable. They just little by little. And now with a 4-point lead, and it's really quiet here. And for any team that we've seen come in here and be successful, it's like really jumping on Kansas early, and then the crowd gets a little bit quiet, because this is a tough place to play when the crowd gets really rowdy and loud and very vibrant. But right now, it's extremely quiet.
As we talked about this match, you kind of sensed something with Kansas State coming off 3 straight wins, all in 5 sets. It was Iowa State, then at Cincinnati, then at West Virginia. And we asked Jason Mansfield, is there a bonus to winning 5 set matches 3 in a row. You get to play more volleyball, but I think you'd rather win in 3 straight and get out of town. But it does show you the grit, determination of this team, because their non-conference schedule was just brutal.
It was brutal.
But now in the Big 12, they have absolutely flipped it around.
Totally. I mean, but they took on the likes of Purdue, Creighton, USC. They played their first 5 matches on the road. But certainly they have a veteran team, so you thought, hey, we can handle this. And they didn't want to make any hesitation to the committee. Last year they were left out of the NCAA tournament. They were the only team to beat Texas last year in the Big 12, which is saying something, and they were left out of the tournament. And so he said, hey, we're going to schedule really tough, and unfortunately it just didn't work out for them in the non-conference. But hey, the next part of your season is conference, and they have a 4-2 record, and they've been playing extremely well, and they have the veteran players on their side.
Swanson. Again, Burns saved it. Swanson redirects.
Does that physicality at the plane of the net. Not really truly in her wheelhouse to start and have a heavy swing, but was able to gather in a quick jump off the ground to get her hands up on the net to redirect for a block.
Elnady with the dig. Bien. Larkin on the floor. Bien again. Cameron Turner wins the joust.
Cameron Turner just continuing to make plays. The senior setter, the All-American. Just the strength of her hands, the timing.
And she's given up about 3 inches in that battle too, isn't she?
And every opposing coach, you know, has nothing but praise to say for Cameron Turner, and rightfully so.
Gorski, a former Wisconsin Badger.
As she has had the hot hand for the Wildcats in this set number 1. Showing that versatility. That looked up. Her body was facing angle, and she said, oh, I'm going to put it long down the line for the winner.
That's on the line. On a banjo for Kansas. We're going to see Grace Nelson for the Jayhawks now.
Grace Nelson.
Yeah, perfectly placed, and just does tag the line.
Elnady with a great effort to try to save it. It's going to be point Kansas State. Cameron Turner back there as well. The tap. Mrs. Long, and the Wildcats are at 20.
Now 6 errors from Kansas attacking, and so it's been a combination of the Kansas State block, but also some just miscues from the side of Kansas, hitting it long, hitting it out, and yet another one. So back-to-back hitting errors.
That point's going to go to the Wildcats. Zach Carter was there for the Wildcats. And Kansas wants another timeout. A lot of purple at the net.
That's such an elite play from Aaliyah Carter. I mean, look at how the press, the timing. That's a player that's played in Lawrence quite a few times. It doesn't want to go away. The last time she's going to play in Lawrence with a loss. A 4-0 scoring run, and Kansas State clicking on all cylinders right now, where it looked like Kansas right out of the gate had a hold on it, but it's been all Kansas State since about the 7-3 mark in this set.
Talk about advantage the home crowd is for Kansas, but Kansas State has managed to silence them here inside Horish. in this first set.
Yeah, a lot of it is the four blocks on the side of the Wildcats. They're serving with great intent. They're, you know, that's one of the keys that Coach Mansfield said. He said, we've got to serve aggressive and get their setter off the net, get Cameron Turner running around, and she is a little bit more, becoming a bit more predictable. And so then Kansas State able to put up a very formidable block. And it's been very well balanced, too, for Kansas State. It hasn't been heavily reliant on Carter. She just has one kill. I mean, she's their kill leading, their leading kill getter, and that actually puts her third all-time, I believe, in that kill category with an illustrious career. But it's been Gregorski with 4 kills, hitting .375. Meg Brown with 2, Schmidt with 2, so it's been balanced for the Wildcats. It's been more about their defense, their court defense, and also their blocking.
Good look at Aaliyah Carter, who returned to Manhattan. Graduate student. An ace served up by Meg Brown. It's a purple wave right now. Out to Bien. That's long. That'll take Kansas State to set points.
And this one, get another ball long, but it was the defense, first of all, that just keeps the ball alive and in, and then heading air, and something that Kansas has been such an efficient team all season long.
Out to Carter. Off attack. Kansas fights off 1 set point.
Cameron Turner to serve.
Patak takes care of that one. 2 set points down.
Well, she's been the shining star for Kansas. Coming up, like I said, the Big 12 Rookie of the Week. She's been a part of all 4 blocks, I believe, for Kansas at the plane of the net.
London Davis. And it's going to be a 3rd straight point for Kansas. Was Carter in the net, perhaps? Yep. El Nadi saves it. Bien. Gregorski on the floor. Patak got a hand on that one. London Davis scores it for KU.
I think that was off of Davis, actually. So point to the Wildcats in first set.
Good eye. So it's 25-19.
Sunflower Showdown is brought to you by
Kansas State.
where you'll find more ways to save. Score everything.
Wildcats take the opening set in this Dillon Sunflower Showdown. More to come from Lawrence here on Big 12 Now, here on ESPN+.
Great! Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save!
And then I wake up.
And you have this dream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Champions are not born. They're forged. Every challenge is an opportunity. Every setback, a lesson. But this is not just about winning. This is about turning the ordinary into the extraordinary and becoming undisputed. Available now.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use for a future pizza emergency. So you'll have an emergency pizza. A free pizza? Here you go.
Thank you.
When you need it most.
From summer loves to fall flings. So many ways to save. Life ready, wallet happy. That's 365 by Whole Foods Market.
The 8th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks dropping a set here at home, 25-19 to their rivals from Kansas State. Lee Fleisig, Jill Dorsey Hall with you, and what do the Jayhawks have to do to turn things around in set number 2?
I think they take a little bit better care of first contact, but also show a little grittiness, right? A little toughness on the floor. I mean, their back's against the wall now, down one set, and pick up their level of play and limit their unforced errors, because right now we're seeing some of the errors that we haven't seen from this Kansas squad that has been so efficient all season long. They had 13 kills, 10 errors, and I can recall 4 of those balls just mishit, long, wide, things of that matter. But you also have to give credit, a lot of credit to Kansas State and their defense, because they have 2 aces, but then 5 blocks to lead the way. I thought their defense picked up. I thought they found their footing about 10 points into that first set, and they look extremely confident and comfortable. And it's a veteran team on the side of Kansas State. I know their record probably isn't what they wanted it to be, 6-9 overall, but they're 4-2 in Big 12 play, and they've won 3 in a row.
Some un-Kansas-like numbers are what we're not accustomed to seeing from these Jayhawks, who have been so good this season. Teams will flip sides. And we'll get ready for set number 2. A lot of excitement around this program, and rightfully so. Number 8 in the country. Great non-conference schedule, and off to an undefeated start here in the Big 12.
And interesting, too, Kansas has not played a 5th set this season. They have went 4 a few times. They won at Duke in 4. They won against Marquette. They had a victory here on the home floor against Purdue, Houston, Colorado. Their 1 loss is on their home floor against Creighton, who I think could be definitely a Final Four team. They're loaded with talent, but they have not went 5 sets this season. And contrastingly, they're playing a Kansas State team that has went 5 the last 3 matches and all came out victorious.
Yen hammers down.
Point State.
And they point Kansas State.
And it was a net violation, I believe.
Was it BN?
On BN.
Perhaps on the follow-through.
Simone Sims to serve.
Yeah.
Just got it with the shoulder. Simone Sims puts it in play. K-State has served well.
Point State.
And Nia Clinton with a shot right through the Kansas block. Yen puts Kansas on the board. 2-1.
Had a lot of pop on that ball. Caroline Bien, beautiful backswing, such a fluid player. Has played throughout her career ever since she arrived on campus as a true freshman. Now in her senior campaign.
London Davis has a block. Schmidt and Grigorski.
Ellen Larkin to serve.
And they said that there was a net violation, I thought, on first glance, but they were saying that it was the ball that clipped the net. And I don't think Coach B is going to go over and grab the challenge card. But he's having a conversation with the down official.
London Davis teaming up with Reese Patak.
Trying to wipe away, but disciplined block from London Davis, not getting used.
Point State. Ava LeGrand to serve.
Ava LeGrand, a high school All-American. Banjo puts it away.
A solid first ball side out for the Jayhawks on the slide attack. You can see pulled off the net here, which allows some time and space for Ana Banjo to hit deep cross court. She's had a tremendous season so far in her senior year, a transfer from University of Iowa a few seasons ago.
Ryan Swanson just levers that one straight down.
Yeah, and I'm not sure perfectly timed, but athletic play to be able to just like stop, hang in the air, and to get high, just like punch at that ball almost. Almost didn't even swing through.
Score for Meg Brown.
Oh, this is wonderful from Meg Brown. Just completely in rhythm.
Joszkowski with a beautiful set.
And Kansas State has been, 6-2. They've done a little different looks.
Swanson. Meg Brown was there. On a banjo for Kansas. We're even at 5.
Before the season, I met with the coaching staff and said, I want to be an All-American, and certainly has put up some big-time numbers for Kansas this season.
Point State.
Leah Carter.
And Carter just with her second kill, but gets the block on their descent. Carter usually has to carry such a heavy load for the Wildcats, but from a swing, from an attempt perspective. But Kansas State so far in this match has been extremely balanced.
Meg Brown, I thought saved that one.
I don't know if Coach Mansfield saw enough to be able to pull this challenge card, but did she get her hand? He was right there.
It was pretty close.
Wasn't it?
Quick set to Brenna Schmidt.
What the give and go action.
Yeah.
Pass the first contact and then become available. Kansas State continuing to be in system.
Attack. Puts it away for Kansas.
It's kind of a punch for punch right now. Both sides being able to first ball side out. And Reese Patak brings a nice little punch offensively. I mean, really some firepower, a little pop off the ball when she swings.
Long from the Jayhawks.
Simone Sims to serve.
Alnati ducks out of the way, and that goes long.
Caroline Bien to serve.
Bien with the dig. Swanson. Larkin dives for Kansas State. Gregorski for the Wildcats.
And Gregorski is just having a match so far. I mean, taking the aggressive swing time and time again, and starts with the defense from Larkin, and then the set all the way all across the floor from Krzyzewski on a platter.
Swanson misses long. The Wildcats have a 2-point edge. On a banjo in the lineup for Kansas. Telling her teammates, let's go, let's go. Turner with the save. On a banjo.
Onabanjo staying with her duties in middle blocker position. A tremendous up from Cameron Turner, just all over the floor. One arm stab to keep that ball up and alive.
Turner saves it for the Jayhawks. Swanson winds up. Good dig from Sims. Yen with the dig. Jayhawks able to save it on a banjo, and Bien playing it out of the net. That's off the antenna. Point Kansas. Will that turn the tide for the Jayhawks?
So much to unpack throughout this rally. I mean, just aggressive, all-out plays on both sides of the net. Covering the attack there for Kansas was critical throughout that rally. Play goes on. And I think the attack from Clinton off the antenna.
Oh, coming at you. You had us covered. Now it's Kansas with a 2-point edge.
And it was after that long rally. It was the loudest that this crowd has been all match long. And then an attacking error just goes wide from Meg Brown.
Gregorski. She has been impressive.
Ava LeGrand to serve.
Has shown a multitude of shots. We've seen extreme angle. We've seen the swipe down the line from her. Looking extremely confident.
Half dozen kills. That serve sails wide. Kansas back up by 2. Bryn McGee in to serve.
Point State.
Back to the Wildcats.
Liz Gregorski to serve.
That's 4 service errors now for the Jayhawks with just 1 service ace.
Point goes to Kansas. And Elnady comes in to serve. Good look at Aya. On a banjo. The Jayhawks, the first of 15 this time. Kansas leading in set number 2. Wildcats won the first set here on Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
This is Coach Lance Leipold. We're used to talking about all things football, but right now I want you to hear these 4 important words about the growing crisis of drug overdoses. 1 pill can kill. If you know someone at risk, be prepared with a life-saving medication called naloxone. This nasal spray can reverse the symptoms of an overdose and save lives. Get it free from the Kansas Naloxone program by visiting kdads.ks.gov.
At Toyota's national sales event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun, like Camry, RAV4, Highlander, BZ4X, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, Tacoma, Sienna, Corolla Hatchback, Sequoia, Prius Prime, RAV4 Hybrid, Land Cruiser, GR Supra, Toyota Crown, 4.
Right now, during Toyota's national sales event, lease the 2024 Tundra for $399 a month, or get 1.99% APR financing for 48 months on Tundra.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
I take my job as a student athlete very seriously. Them? That's my team at Ameritrust. They know how to handle my finances and make sure I'm on the path to financial freedom. Their football knowledge, though, we're on offense. Mobile deposit. Carl, are you wearing a mouthpiece right now? Oh, sorry. We're still working on that. You can't blame them, though. I'm open. Banking is all they know. And they make sure my moves off the field are just as sweet as they are on game day.
Hey, Jalen, looks like we got you approved for that loan. You ready to move forward?
You got it, Coach.
The Jayhawks fighting back here in set number 2 after Kansas State took the opening set in this Dillon Sunflower Showdown. IL Nadi to serve. Whoa! Big pickup from Reagan Burns. That's off the block. Man, we felt that one. That was right in front of us.
Hey, you know, credit to Reagan Burns, because you wouldn't know it. She was like, you know what, dug in, sit back there and dig a ball.
I'm telling you, that one stunned me. How about Cameron Turner, the no look over the shoulder?
Throwing magic, there it is.
The magician.
Knowing exactly where she is on the floor, a little tap. Also sensing that Meg Brown had to run in she served that ball, and so she was trying to get back to left back. So great awareness from Cameron Turner.
Carter sees the opening and puts it away.
And truly nobody was in left back. So I think some confusion defensively for Kansas on if it was IL Nadi or Grace Nelson that was going to be playing left back. So that was wide open outside of the floor.
Bien sends that one into the stands.
A little extra oomph on that one from Caroline Bien. I think it's a fantastic story of a player in Caroline Bien that was recruited as a libero, but continued to grow, and then injury on her club team. She had to play outside hitter and never looked back since. Last year played primarily as a DS. But showing that she can play 6 rotations, no doubt. The All-American.
Almost like she knew you were talking about her.
Watch me block, too. She says, watch me block.
But just the ultimate teammate, right? What do you need me to do?
Oh,
you
yeah.
need me to hit? You need me to block? You need me to play back row?
It's a great story, too. I mean, a very humble player, not extremely, like, flashy in the way that but she's always steady. And that's the thing I think that fans will remember about Caroline Bien is just how steady and composed that she has been, and solid in every rotation. And, you know, she's going to looks at the USA level as a libero because of her ball skills ability. I mean, she reads the game extremely well and just steady. Is always going to consistently perform at such a high level. Her ball control skills are exceptional.
Over her entire career.
Her entire career.
All right, what have you seen in the Jayhawks here in the second set that was different than the first?
Well, they're hitting 412, so that means that they're in system, but they're also hitting with more pace. I think that when you're in system, you have things more in like your wheelhouse, getting a stronger attack, but they're going after it, and they're also controlling the errors on their side of the floor a bit more. Only 3 errors in this set alone, which has led to that 412 hitting efficiency, and they also have 3 blocks. So I think they've picked up their level on their side of the floor, because they know that, hey, Kansas State is bringing it tonight. But this set is very, very far from over, and if anything, Kansas State has proven throughout their season that they are not afraid to go the distance and dig in and settle in, and you know, they have fought a lot of teams in close sets. Kansas State has.
We weren't quite ready for play there. Now we're whistled in, ready to go. Turner with the serve. London Davis. Attack, we're there. Davis. Larkin saves it.
Good awareness from Schmidt.
Attack. Off the hands. Point Kansas.
Yeah, a little different look for Kansas State in this rotation because Clinton had stayed on the outside, and so Carter on the right side. And as that rally goes on, you could see Carter doubling block, but just couldn't get pressed in time. That quick attack in the middle beats the block.
London Davis says thank you very much. And another quick timeout from Kansas State.
Oh, nifty little move from London Davis at the plane of the net. I wasn't sure she was going to get up and attack that, but it was more of a redirect at the net and a 4-0 scoring run for Kansas.
You talk about the game of momentum. We have seen the wave here from the first set to the second, haven't we?
No doubt. I mean, Kansas State coming in and taking that first set and looking extremely smooth, and now it's been all of Kansas late into the second set, and that's the beauty of it, though, because once we hit, the end of this set, you get to switch back, turn that score 0-0. And the band is bringing it. And I'll have to
student section too.
Tip of the hat to the student section of Kansas. I mean, they were rushed in here, and they were here. A lot of the cowbell is strong tonight. Hear that, Lee?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
More cowbell.
More cowbell. Bring that bell.
You're gonna want it. You're gonna want it. Kansas heading on the road to UCF on Saturday, then back home for a pair against Iowa State and Utah. We'll have that Utah match here. We'll see Iowa State in the building, and that's on Fox Sports 1. And then at Tech, and then back home against West Virginia.
And it's interesting in Big 12 play, you don't play everybody twice. You play a few teams, 4 teams twice, and then everybody else once. And Kansas, it's going to be the second time already. They're playing UCF. They were able to win at home against Central Florida, but they're having to play them Saturday, so a pretty quick turn. And then Iowa State, always a good defensive team. The Cyclones, Chrissy Johnson-Lynch doing a fantastic job with that program since her time there in Ames, Iowa.
Boy, Kansas. Sorry, I didn't see the call there.
Krzyzewski, you can see, I believe they had her called for the violation.
Carter misses wide.
You see in this rotation right now for the Wildcats, they're keeping Carter on the right side and then Clinton on the left side.
Attack takes care of the overpass.
A little slam dunk action here from Patak.
Patak and London Davis teaming up, taking the Jayhawks to set points. Now the crowd on its feet.
It's all about timing on that block because Carter's so good at just holding in the air. That one's just going to go long, and Cameron Turner is going to take a big smile there. She had her Jayhawks on an 8-0 scoring run that ends on that service error. But what a run with the serve of Turner. Lives right in the middle between Manhattan and Lawrence in Topeka. Grew up in Topeka, Kansas.
Oh, God, he ducked out of the way. Like Keanu Reeves diving back. 25-15. Jayhawks take set number 2. We're tied at a set apiece here in Lawrence on Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
Looks like it's prime time, huh?
Dr. Garcia?
Reality checkup. That grimy film on your teeth, it's actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities in months. And your toothpaste just isn't cutting it.
Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but the antibacterial fluoride in Crest Pro Health protects for up to 12 hours.
So I can stop cavities before they start.
The #1 toothpaste brand in America. For even more protection, use with Crest Pro Health mouthwash. Crest.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
Dayquil VapoCool?
It's Dayquil, plus a brush of Vicks Vapors.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, power through your day medicine.
Make the bunny.
Circle. Over and under.
Get one bunny.
Pull. Did you just do it? You did. Let me see. I gotta look.
We're tied at a set apiece here at the Dillon Sunflower Showdown between Kansas and Kansas State. Lee Fleissig, Jill Dorsey Hall with you. And what else would you expect from these two old rivals, right? It goes one way and then the tide shifts and it's Kansas in the second set.
And completely, because Kansas State was really in control of that set one. It was a little bit of a slow start for them. They found their footing, their intensity defensively. I was really impressed with Kansas State. Maybe a little bit of unforced errors on the side of Kansas, but then it was all Kansas, certainly late in that second set, into the set on an 8-1 run. But interesting enough, in those two sets, neither team reached the point 20 on the other side. So it was definitely, we're 1-1 though now, everything out the window, and now it's best 2 out of 3.
And it was really the middles for Kansas. You talked about the middles in the open, and it was the middles for Kansas that made the difference in that second set.
Yeah, between Onabanjo and then Patak. I thought Patak, her presence at the plane of the net, but they're the two kill goers for the side of Kansas, interesting enough. And so that means that there's a lot of balance going. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because I think from his serve and pass, that's really going to tell who's going to come out here victorious.
All right, we'll get you ready for that third set right after this. The Jayhawks and Wildcats tied at a set apiece here inside Horish. A sellout crowd watching the Jayhawks and Wildcats on Big 12 Now here on ESPN+.
Together, we're elevating our potential and opening up a whole new world of possibilities. Elevate your University of Kansas experience with Jayhawk checking from Central Bank. Central Bank and KU, elevating together.
Smiles. These are the healthy smiles of real Delta Dental members. Folks with access to the nation's largest network of dentists and low-deductible plans with 100% preventive care coverage, all backed by over 65 years of expertise. Go online or give us a call to learn about affordable individual plans that meet your needs. 1-800-234-3375.
Together, we're elevating our potential and opening up a whole new world of possibilities. Elevate your University of Kansas experience with Jayhawk checking from Central Bank. Central Bank and KU, elevating together.
Getting ready for the third set here in Lawrence between Kansas and Kansas State. JDH, why don't you take us through the highlights, because it was heavy with the Wildcats early, and then Kansas comes back in the second set.
Yeah, in the first set, you have to be impressed with the way that the opposing team and the Wildcats came in and set the tone truly, and the crowd was extremely quiet. It was a multitude of Wildcats that got involved serving. They had 2 aces in that first set, and then it was Meg Brown, you could see on the slide. It was a bunch of versatility on the side of the Wildcats. Meg Brown here with the other ace in that first set, and showing that middle blockers can serve as well. A phenomenal veteran player. And then Clinton on the right side, or on the outside. Gregorski was also fantastic. And then it was a lot of Kansas in set number 2, paced by Toyosi Onabanjo, this senior who is sensational. 7 kills, hitting .667. Reese Patak, the freshman, the rookie of the week in the Big 12, got involved. And then Cameron Turner from nearby Topeka, Kansas. This rivalry certainly means something to the in-state player. And then London Davis with the redirect, and it was all Kansas in set number 2. Had 4 blocks in that second set that really paced the way.
There are the numbers. You can see the turnaround in the numbers, at least on the Kansas side. Hitting now at 220. K-State's percentage going down a bit. What else you see there?
Well, Kansas State had 5 blocks in that first set, but through 2, that means they only had 1 in that second set. So that was an interesting switch there, where Kansas had 3 in the first set, and they have 7 right now. So that's just really a tale of 2 sets, when Kansas State looked extremely strong in set number 1, and then Kansas had a dominating set in set number 2.
Reese Patak starts things out for the Jayhawks.
I think I heard the first Patak attack, and you were wondering when that was going to catch on.
Gregorski, man, what an addition she's been.
Going with exactly what the defense gives her. And in that time, it was the seam, and she was able to exploit it. Also showing that ability to primary pass, look perfectly in stride.
Ryan Swanson. Her 5th kill.
Now off the platform from Cameron Turner, who just led her into that. You can see both teams then trying to target the live attackers. So the outside hitter has to go back typically and be one of those primary passers. Again, targeting that player to make them pass and then also swing.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Gregorski's down. Obviously in a lot of pain.
Oof.
Yeah, I saw that live on her right knee.
Oh, and a standing ovation for Liz Gregorski, a player that, as we had mentioned earlier in the broadcast, that has endured 2 ACLs throughout her time, and unfortunately goes down and in a great deal of pain.
We hate to see that. She was off to such a great start in this match, and what a great year she was having at Kansas State.
Has seven kills to lead the way for the Wildcats so far in this match, and those one of the things I think Meg Brown's even wiping tears off her face because it is emotional. I mean, and a player that has fought so hard to be at the position that she's at, and then for her to go down like that, and just like that, you have to kind of reset and then use it as motivation to say, hey, let's go play for her.
They'll replay the point. Shaylee Myers in the Kansas State lineup. The end. Simmons with the dig. Anaya Clinton for Kansas State.
Ava LeGrand to serve.
On a banjo. Scores it for Kansas.
8 kills already from Toya State on the banjo, and you see the contact point from her. Working deep into the floor, hitting 700 right now as the senior middle blocker. You have to also credit Cameron Turner, though, and her ability to set behind. I mean, it's something of beauty.
Ace for Maya El-Nadi.
You see there between the two primary passers, and she's trying to go line to line because they're trying to target Myers because she is that primary passer. Well handled there.
Cameron Turner dives for Kansas. Bien. Sims was there. El-Nadi with a dig in the back row. Is there a touch? Yes. Point Kansas State. Ray Bichard up off the bench.
How impressive is this from Krzyzewski to go up, knowing she had to get the hand of Anna Banjo. That was impressive. You look at both these setters on the floor. I mean, quote unquote undersized, if you will, but man, phenomenal athletes. Krzyzewski for Kansas State and then Turner for Kansas.
That's down for Anna Banjo.
And she sets that up for Anna Banjo. She's been going cross court, and then she said, okay, well, if you're going to shade into the cross court and the deep, I'm going to just go to shade it more towards the line.
Attack off the K-State block.
Working defense into offense. That's a transition. Her eyes on the ball. Looking extremely smooth on the slide attack.
Anna Banjo with the serve. Turner sends it deep. Larkin there to cover. Attack. I don't know what you even get for the Rookie of the Week, if it's a plaque, even a piece of paper, but what does that do for you confidence-wise? Because she is really, really playing at a high level right now.
Well, I mean, Coach Bichard said it to me. He said, listen, our side A, side B, I don't even flip a coin some days in practice. And he said, and that has really contributed to the level of our play because you know you have somebody right on your heels that can come in, and you got to credit. That was a nice change-up swing from Carter, but you have to credit her because she didn't get the starting nod at the beginning of this season. It's now the third different middle blocker we've seen in that position, but it just goes to show you that if it's not your match, you know someone else is going to check in.
Round serves. Bien lets it go wide.
Cameron Turner to serve.
Carter. Reagan Burns with a dig. Bien. This is wide.
Reagan Burns has just been sitting back there settling in, hasn't she? She's taking some tough shots tonight.
Too tight to the net, point Kansas State. We wish the best for Liz Grigorski, who's leaving the floor on crutches. El-Nadi dives to save that one. Carter. Attack got a hand on that one. Brenna Schmidt turns it back.
Brenna Schmidt not leaving any type of seam here, and it was a little bit of a tight leave here leading into that block, and Caroline Bien went for it, but nowhere to go.
Little magic. Cameron Turner.
Cameron Turner with 5 kills of her own. That's tied for third on the side of the Jayhawks. So she is just wheeling and dealing, getting involved offensively like she can do.
Carter off the KU block.
That tags the hand, and Aaliyah Carter is starting to heat up for the Wildcats.
Ace for the Wildcats. We're even at 9.
That's the third team ace. And Simone Sims is a player last year as a freshman, played a great deal as a defensive specialist, a really strong, solid player.
London Davis past a diving Ella Larkin.
Reagan Brooks to serve.
Brenna Schmidt. Her 4th kill.
Ella Larkin to serve.
Larkin with the dig. Kansas State will answer. Sims picks up for Kansas State. Kansas with some defense. Ryan Swanson scores it for the Jayhawks.
You just gotta sit back and smile if you like to watch some tremendous defensive plays on the back row. I mean, just punch after punch. Teams are just sitting in. That was Sims on the line attack. And then look at Bien saying, I'll just take my breath off my chest if I need to.
Meg Brown. She had 14 kills against West Virginia. 5 tonight. Ava LeGrand in the match. Ryan Swanson. 7 kills.
Kyle Lottie to serve.
Shaylee Myers picks it cross court.
Oh, primary pass that one all the way to the ceiling here in Orange Family Volleyball Arena. Oh, give and go action all the way to the roof.
Off the antenna to point Kansas State. Shaylee Myers, kind of the fashion consultant, I think, on the Kansas State side. She was a fan of the green. She liked your green tonight. Good serve. Wow. Meg Brown just absolutely destroyed that ball. I'm sure everybody's okay on the Kansas side. Ray Bouchard thinks that somebody was in the net.
Well, I thought it was the ball too, actually, and I think that's what the down official had, but I'm going to have to take another look at that one. Coach Bouchard was pretty adamant about that and grabbed the challenge card. He had a successful challenge earlier, so he still has 2 challenges left. I'll have to take a look at this. It was the swing, like as she swung. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good eye.
Yep. So they're going to have to replay this point. Oh, excuse me, not replay the point. That was a net violation, excuse me.
Point Kansas, 2 good challenges from Ray Bouchard.
You look at both of these lineups, and both are loaded with veteran players. I mean, from both sides. You look at Kansas State. I mean, up and down the starting lineup, it's senior and graduate players, senior, junior, senior, junior, senior. I mean, it's a full of veterans.
Molly Ramsey, another senior from Kansas State in the Wildcat lineup.
Point State. Nick Brown to serve.
Carter takes K-State to 15. And we'll take a break. Wildcats won the first set. Jayhawks took the second. And it's Wildcats here in the third. From Lawrence here on Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
In less than 3 years, furnace and AC costs have soared by 35%. New 2024 regulations will push prices even higher. But Kate's is offering a warehouse sales saving solution. Available from top brands like Carrier, Rheem, and American Standard. Save up to 20% on new equipment from yesterday's prices. 10-year warranty included. These won't last, so call today for a free estimate or visit us online for more details. So who can help you save before prices soar? Kate's can.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun, like Camry, RAV4, Highlander, BZ4X, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, Tacoma, Sienna, Corolla Hatchback, Sequoia, Prius Prime, RAV4 Hybrid, Land Cruiser, GR Supra, Toyota Crown, 4...
Right now, during Toyota's National Sales Event, lease the 2024 Tundra for $399 a month, or get 1.99% APR financing for 48 months on Tundra.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
I take my job as a student athlete very seriously. Them, that's my team at Ameritrust. They know how to handle my finances and make sure I'm on the path to financial freedom. Their football knowledge, though, we're on offense. Mobile deposit. Carl, are you wearing a mouthpiece right now? Oh, sorry. We're still working on that. You can't blame them, though. I'm open. Banking is all they know. And they make sure my moves off the field are just as sweet as they are on game day.
Hey, Jalen, looks like we got you approved for that loan. You ready to move forward?
You got it, Coach.
K-State leading Kansas here in the third set after the teams split the first two. The Wildcats, as we said, have really turned it around here in Big 12 play. 4-2 inside the conference. They're back home to take on Utah, then on the road at Iowa State, and back home against West Virginia. Attack. Somehow Kansas State. Yeah, okay. Point Kansas. I was trying to do the quick counting there.
There we go. Let's count them, Lee.
1, 2, 3.
There you go.
4.
Just for good measure.
Cameron Turner with a nice save. Bien. How about Reagan Burns with the set?
Definitely one of her strengths is her ability to secondary set. Reagan Burns. And then Caroline Bien just finding right outside of that Schmidt's hand at the middle blocker position off the block.
It's going to be point Kansas State.
It was a net violation, I believe, on Patak. Let's see this at the plane of the net. Yep, just gets it with the forearm.
Turner out to Bien. Through the K-State block. 16 all. Now it's the Jayhawks in the lead. Ryan Swanson redirected. Schmidt was there. Leah Carter takes care of it. London Davis has it turned back. Shaylee Myers.
Shaylee Myers does a wonderful job on that cross-court shot, just not getting used at all, and then pushing back into the floor with the left hand.
Davis with a tip. Diving save from Sims. Swanson scores it for Kansas.
Heck of an effort there for Sims to kind of even to get a hand on that, and then an open net. Outside hitters don't get those very often, so you can fully embrace those opportunities.
Shaylee Myers battling at the net.
Yeah, once again, Myers. And it was London Davis. You can see what she was trying to do, just kind of roll shot and kind of recycle the play, but Myers gets enough on that.
Good dig from Cameron Turner. Swanson. Swanson now with 9 kills.
Oh, Cameron Turner take a ball and right back. One of the best defensive setters you'll find in the country.
It's got to be true because every coach we meet tells us that, right?
Everybody. It says that she picks up everything and right back. Already a double-double tonight for the senior.
Serve goes long. Wildcats have the lead.
Anaya Clinton to serve.
Banjo there for Kansas twice. The end with a pickup. Cameron Turner with a left-handed swing. That's off the Kansas hands. Point Wildcats.
That's exactly what Coach Mansfield was talking about in this match. We have to go out there and be the aggressor. And you could see Kansas State in this rally, especially the aggressor. And it was Myers to finish it off. Not once, twice, 3, but I think the 4th time within that rally.
Shaylee Myers has done a nice job in this match, coming in after Liz Gregorski's injury. And again, she left with what appeared to be a knee injury and left the court. We certainly wish the best for her. But Shaylee Myers has really been strong.
Yeah, it was a tough situation. I mean, it was in this set. It feels like a long time ago, but it was in that 3rd set, and it can be difficult. You have a beloved teammate go down, and this is where you have to rally around each other. And certainly Kansas State right now playing extremely gritty, and they're fighting right now.
Wildcats with a 2-point edge here in this critical 3rd set. Kansas State taking the first, KU in the second.
You know, not the exact score, but I was talking to Coach B. I said, well, what do you do to try to work in what the quote-unquote they call the red zone? I mean, you have to think late into the sets. And he said, you play, 22 all, and then you fall back. Because if you get to 24 and you lose that, you fall back to 22. So you'd play around with that a little bit. You play, 22 to 20. Right now, if you think Kansas backs against the wall, they're down by 2 points, and you try to simulate this in practice, but you know, as much as you can. But an extra layer when it's the Sunflower Showdown, it's your in-state rival, and a critical third set.
Swanson again. Larkin with the pickup. Sims with the dig. On a banjo. Kansas within 1.
And just ran out of real estate. I think Krzyzewski was going to definitely get our hands on that. On a banjo now, the first Jayhawk to register double-digit kills with her 10th.
Cameron Turner on a banjo with the set.
A little role reversal. No doubt about that one from Cameron Turner. Just unleashes on this ball.
A roundhouse left. Now it's Kansas State taking the timeout as we're even at 21.
It all started with the aggressive serve. Those overpass that I think Onabanjo makes the smart play. That ball was just fading off of the net, and so takes it with her hands. And then just like that, Cameron Turner, the southpaw All-American, showing that ability to swing. Cameron Turner was a player coming out of high school that from Seaman into Topeka, Kansas, that could really, you could say, hey, she could play any position on the floor. And I think that's maybe why she went a little under-recruited out of high school, is because, you know, she could hit, she could set. I mean, and it was like, didn't she really turn into a setter here at Kansas? She was an awesome all-around athlete, a phenomenal athlete, but really through training, you got to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff of Kansas and just her ability, you know, working with her setting skills has turned into a phenomenal setter. Has always been a phenomenal athlete.
As we said, every opposing coach we talk to, the first player they bring up for Kansas is Cameron Turner.
Mm-hmm. And she's the engine, if you will, that makes the team go. Everyone says, you know, Kansas is so efficient. Well, it's the quarterback of your team right there, and Cameron Turner.
Bill Self called her the best point guard on campus, right?
Yeah, he did. And you know, that's big praise. And he also said, he's like, I don't know much about volleyball. He watched about 6 points with us last year. He goes,
that 22 is good.
But 22 is really good. That's what he said.
Coaches know.
They know when they you know, players that you have to have on the floor. Yeah. And interesting, similar for Kansas State. I mean, Izzy Krzyzewski is a player for Coach Mansfield. He's like, you got to have her on the floor because she just makes your team better.
Big swing from Meg Brown. Puts the Wildcats back on top.
And anything I think you can get to Meg Brown, I think you give her that opportunity. I think she's earned that with her level of play, a veteran play. A player from Pepperdine using this last year at Kansas State.
Another big swing from Meg Brown after the Shaylee Myers pickup.
Back-to-back kills from Meg Brown. And just like that, it was Kansas with 2 points and now Kansas State with 2 points. I think you got to continue to feed the hot hand. I think that's what Coach Mansell was probably talking to Krzyzewski about, is like, hey, get the ball to Meg Brown. Give her that opportunity. They feel like they have the advantage.
Big smile from Meg Brown, 4 seasons at Pepperdine. You talked about this veteran lineup from Kansas State and a lot of experience that is kind of melded together now for the Wildcats from different programs, but that senior experience, you can just see it in their play on the court, can't you?
Yeah, and it's interesting, as Coach Mansell said, he goes, you know, Leah Carter wanted to stay because for the first time in her career, she was going to have the same setter in back-to-back years with Izzy Krzyzewski, and so it was like one of the reasons for, you know, her to stay. And you got to credit Carter, a player that probably could have went to another program, but decided to continue to or end her career at Kansas State. But Krzyzewski was a transfer into the program. Meg Brown coming in for her last year. Gregorski, a player that started her career at Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yeah, as you mentioned, a lot of players that started their career elsewhere, but have all kind of found their way to Manhattan, Kansas. Larkin as well. Larkin played beach for 4 years at LSU, which is impressive. He's been holding it down on the back row in that libero position.
Chance for her to kind of come back home from Bishop Carroll High School.
Leading the Wildcats with 11 digs in this match.
Shaylee Myers. Good serve. On a banjo.
That was a wonderful serve, and it was well handled from Kansas. I think that was Bryn McGee. You have to give her credit for starting off that play.
Grace Nelson to serve.
Grace Nelson back in the Kansas lineup to serve. Carter off the Kansas block. They'll take the Wildcats to set points.
And they've been in system. Kansas State is, so you're trying to close out a tight set, you have to be in system, and they have been just that late into this third set.
Attack. That's down. Berna Schmidt with the block. And the score is 25-22. Kansas State in the third. A good one here at the Dillon Sunflower Showdown in Lawrence.
$273. This is how much you spend every month on subscriptions.
I only have like 2 or 3, right?
That's what we all think. But in reality, there's so much more that we don't even know we're paying for.
So how do I put more of this cash back in my pocket?
Rocket Money is a financial app that tells you every subscription you're paying for, even that one you forgot about from 5 years ago.
Huh, I can't believe I'm still paying for this. I'll call and cancel right now.
Whoa, whoa. With Rocket Money, they even cancel it for you.
Really?
Yeah. All you have to do is tap a few buttons and they take care of it. Download Rocket Money today.
Marco!
You're the one who wanted to book a place with our own pool.
Yep.
Marco!
When you'd rather enjoy the pool than clean someone else's.
What is that?
Sweetie, get out of the pool.
Welcome to the Conrad.
It matters where you stay.
Hey, thank you.
Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton for the stay.
What a wonderful atmosphere. Nos ponemos las pilas, arranca el partido.
Somos los que siempre ganan.
It's K-State leading this Dillon Sunflower Showdown 2-1. Lee Fleisig, Jill Dorsey Hall with you. And who was the difference maker for Kansas State in that third set?
Well, I give a lot of credit to their service reception core. I mean, they were in system late into the set when it was either team could have won that set. It was tied 21-all, and then it was 2 points back-to-back. Meg Brown, the veteran middle blocker, but they had to be in system to be able to run the ball to her. It was aggressive swings, and then Carter, I thought throughout that set, continued to pick up her level of play. She has 9 kills on the match, but it was 6 kills in that set alone from Carter, and then 4 blocks from Kansas State, and then fittingly for Schmidt to end that set with a block. The fourth of the set, number 18 there, we talked about in the top of the match.
Well, lot of excitement on the Kansas State side. We talked about their conference record being 4-2 after 6-9 overall, but you talked about their tough start. I mean, they've scheduled hard in the non-conference and played their first 5 matches away from home and have really found new life, if you will, here in the conference season.
Truly, I mean, they're using it as an opportunity. I think that's what you get too with a veteran-heavy team, and say, hey, this is our last go-around for a lot of these players, and so they're going to dig in and they're going to fight, certainly. And there's been so many of those matches with sets within those matches that they lost that it was like 2 points here or there, and it was just, as Coach Mansfield said to us, he said we're looking to try to find that consistency because that has been the thing for us this year. But you come into this match, your in-state rival, with winning 3 matches in a row in 5 sets, that certainly has to give you confidence to say, hey, it doesn't matter, we'll go the distance if needed. And now, right now, they have the upper hand, and so they can continue to play free and aggressive like they have done throughout this entire match.
Good look at Brenna Schmidt, who ended that 3rd set. Ella Larkin. Simone Sims.
You know, and interesting for Kansas right now, 2 of their seniors are held to negative hitting efficiency right now. Caroline Bien, negative .48, and then London Davis, which is interesting. So you have to credit Kansas State and their ability to kind of frustrate 2 key attackers for the Jayhawks.
All right, teams have flipped sides. Kansas will be on the right-hand side. Serving, Cameron Turner. Turner dives to save it. London Davis. Larkin picked it up. Davis again. Larkin was there. Kansas scores first here in this 4th set. Shaylee Myers has been really good.
Anytime you could go off try to tag the off block with a middle blocker with her left hand, and you can hit right off of that and deep into the floor. Oftentimes that's going to be a winner.
Her 3rd kill. Nia Clinton sends it back to Kansas. We were talking about the run of Kansas victories in this series. There are some players on this Kansas side who have never lost to Kansas State.
Yeah,
6 in a row for the Jayhawks.
6 in a row for the Jayhawks.
Reagan Burns takes that one. That's long from Myers.
Watch Reagan Burns here on that sharp angle, just settle in. Didn't have to do much after she was in her base position, just kind of tilt her body just a little bit. It was there in a hurry, but she handles it well.
Reagan Burns with a nice dig there. El Nadi. Sims was there for K-State. Point goes to Kansas State.
And so
I think London Davis may have been in the net.
Instead of Swanson, they're going to go with El Nadi now for the Jayhawks in the front row. We've seen her in the back row for the Jayhawks throughout this match, but deciding to go with Aya El Nadi on the front row now.
Service long, gives Kansas a 2-point edge. El Nadi got a big hand on that one. Hard to get it past Meg Brown, isn't it? Big swing from Carter. state long jump champ in high school. You can see the explosion. Elnady turned right back. Krzyzewski.
You always have to get happy, though, for the undersized blocker when they get
5'7".
Oh, yeah, you got to be happy for it.
And then Krzyzewski with the kill. Saw the opening and put it away. Wildcats on top.
And Krzyzewski's dealing right now, showing her versatility, blocking the net, finding the open corner.
Elnady off the hands.
And that's a crappy swing here. Everyone on the floor knew that Elnady was going to get that ball, but she makes something out of nothing there, just getting enough of the hands.
Bryn McGee now for Kansas. Carter. Hits it long.
And I think Coach Mansfield is going to call a challenge here because, oh no, they're going to call, there was a touch, and I think that was the right call. But Cameron Turner is telling Coach Bouchard no touch at all. So this will be interesting to see if Coach Bouchard now goes and calls a challenge, because the line official called the challenge, and so Coach Bouchard is indeed going to go grab their green card.
So we went from
no touch
to touch.
Yeah, ooh.
So as it stands right now, the ruling on the floor is a touch, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to have the evidence to turn this over.
What do you got, partner?
Oh, it's mine, huh?
I asked first, come on.
Oh man, I don't know if you see enough there to overturn this, do you?
I don't think you can overturn it. If that line official called it, the up official didn't have it. That's the interesting thing.
Great look from our Rock Chalk video crew. Oh, I don't know if I see a touch there, but is that enough to overturn it? I don't know.
I don't know if it's clear enough to be able to see. That's the thing.
I will say our crew has done a great job of getting through these replays
pretty quickly. Although this one might take a little longer.
This is the hardest one. Players and Coach Ray Bouchard looking at the big board here inside Horish. What do you see here? Okay. Jayhawks 3 for 3 on the challenges.
Wow. I didn't know about that one.
And Jason Mansfield wants an explanation.
It was almost like the trajectory of the ball is what I was really doubting, because it looked like it kind of jumped up a bit, and that was... Well, good, solid response from
Carter.
Yeah,
says,
Carter said, "I'll get it."
That was our point.
Sure, I'll get a touch.
6-all. Elnady.
That was a rocket.
Just plug her in.
There was so much pop off her arm swing there. I mean,
Also leading the team in aces as she goes back to the service line.
Good swing from Anaya Clinton.
Simone Sims to serve.
Clinton is one of those versatile players. I mean, played on the outside last season, and she using her more on the right side this season, but truly inside out, though. You can use her on either side, either pin to side out.
Elnady from the back row. Sims with a diving save. On a banjo. How big has she been for Kansas? A dozen kills. Verna Schmidt.
Well, Kansas is trying to go with that short serve to just disrupt this set, the quick attack, but not able to do so. And that's a strong connection between Krzyzewski and Schmidt.
Reagan Burns with a dig for Kansas. Swanson. She's the double-digit kills.
The lead for Cameron Turner. I mean, look at how far, first of all, that Cameron Turner and the dig, too, from Burns. But then the lead and then the aggressive. It's the aggressive swing for me. It's really proven out right now. It's going to take an aggressive swing to come out victorious in this match. And that's a use off the block. Such a smart play from Meg Brown. Almost seemingly with nowhere to go. But she knew if she get enough of that, enough of the block, she's able to get the block and then into the antenna. Does just that.
Ava LeGrand to serve.
Ava LeGrand now for Kansas State. Larkin with a diving save. Off the block with Shaylee Myers scoring it for the Wildcats. 5 kills for her. Reagan Burns with a great save. Burns with a dig. Swanson. Elnady saves it. Elnady with the dig. London Davis. Big point for the Jayhawks.
Let's call this the marathon point of the match. Reagan Burns making spectacular plays throughout the libero for Kansas. And just covering her attackers, making digs, and then play on both sides, extremely strong. There was so much to unpack throughout that rally.
Elnady rolled it over and kind of split the defense. Now it's Kansas on top. Quick ball to Patak.
Give credit to Patak, who's just up and available. You got to continue to work. It didn't really get much of an approach, but just of a quick gather step.
Just wide from Bien.
Shaylee Myers to serve.
Effective serve. Makes it 12-all. This from Shaylee Myers.
Cameron Turner on the back row, so she couldn't go up and be aggressive. Sometimes people wonder, they're like, why didn't she go up and attack like she did in the earlier? Well, she was back row in that rotation.
Reagan Burns to serve.
London Davis.
Dig from Larkin.
Larkin was there. Carter scores it for the Wildcats. 13-all.
Larkin with their 16th dig just sits right on that, making that look easy.
You liberos, I'm amazed at the balls that you can get to, and then to be able to do something with it, though, once you're there.
Well, you can just tell Larkin reads the game extremely well, and that's probably why she played beach for 4 years at a really great school in LSU.
That's Brenna Schmidt. And that junior from Nebraska has had a good match, too. 6 kills for her. Elnady threads the needle.
A tremendous pass. Wasn't Caroline Bien able to hold on to that ball with her platform? That's much more difficult than it looks.
Cameron Turner with the block. And maybe a stutter step back a little. Like I just took your best shot. We got a good one in Lawrence.
He's been through a lot.
We'll get there. It's okay. You're safe here. Come on. No hurry.
Lord, you know it's true. I only wanna be with you.
Love begins with trust. I'm not going anywhere. That's why I got a Subaru.
The all-new Subaru Forester. Safe, long-lasting, trusted, loved.
Good morning, everybody. We are here to discuss the essence. So, any questions?
Nope, all clear.
Ooh, stuffed up again?
So congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Just Sinex? Breathe.
What is... Wow.
Sinex? Breathe. Ah.
Boy, how about the intensity of this rivalry? Cameron Turner with a lot of emotion after that block. Service there will send it back to Kansas State with the lead.
It's interesting how this match has played out. First sets 1 and 2, a bit uneven. Kansas State controlling set 1. Kansas all controlled set number 2. And then it's been fight and battle for every single point in set 3 and now 4, back and forth.
On a banjo for Kansas.
And on a banjo for Kansas, seemingly what Meg Brown is for K-State. I mean, anytime they're on the front row, get them the ball. They have the hot hands on a banjo for Kansas, and Meg Brown for Kansas State.
Carter with the changeup. Makes it 16-all.
And the defense of Kansas completely fooled. Look at how high she flies and just couldn't get a read on that open hand tip. Nifty from Carter.
Simone Sims. Ryan Swanson. Kansas back on top.
And so I was incorrect earlier. I said that she was going to play, Ayel Naughty was playing her front row, but it's actually Caroline Bien playing the back row for Swanson. So you can see Kansas outside hitters now showing their versatility and their ability to interchange the players as needed.
Grace Nelson with the serve. That's Shaylee Myers. 17-all.
I continue to be impressed by Myers and the ability to come in from Gregorski after she went down with that injury early in set number 3. After Gregorski was leading the way for the Wildcats, left the match with 7 kills.
Half dozen kills for her. Ryan Swanson turned it back.
Oh, it was a picture-perfect block, sealing the net from Swanson. That's the physicality that she brings.
Swanson with the dig. London Davis did her best. Did it touch the antenna? I don't think it did.
Now let's take another look at this because I didn't see if it had hit the. Let's see the dig here, and then I think she called it that hit the antenna.
I was doing my best to read lips there, and I thought Ray Bouchard said that hit the antenna, and the official, I thought,
said yes.
Nodded her head yes. But that we're across court, so I'm not. But Kansas has pulled the challenge card again. I don't think the ball.
Yeah, I think it did too. Off the platform of London Davis, I think it did hit. I think that the ball.
I was kind of looking at the movement of the antenna. It didn't seem like it moved, but.
Yeah, I think that's the right call.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Our Rock Chalk video crew all over it. Good work, ladies and gentlemen. 18-all. Turner has to run that one down. That's Meg Brown. Kansas State wins this match. Meg Brown will be a big part of it.
Yeah. At critical times, too.
Yeah. Second out on the floor, charge to Kansas.
I think it was just a substitution, actually.
Caroline Bien's going to come in. Clinton serves. Elnady has to dive to save it. That was Patak with the swing. 19-all.
Clinton was there. I think she's disappointed with herself, but just too much heat from Patak. It was following up her Big 12 Rookie of the Week award. 9 kills, hitting .500. Solid performance for the freshman.
And an ace from Caroline Bien. Kansas on top. Another good serve. Attack got to handle that. Turner with the dig. Great defense from the Kansas State side. Elnady. Larkin covers. London Davis saved it. Larkin with a dive. Point Jayhawks. Kansas by 2.
I mean, what else do you want in this rally? It's just Larkin making incredible plays of libero for K-State, all on the back row. Krzyzewski with a strong play there. Patak smartly. Look at that pickup, though, on the back row to continue to extend that rally. Bien with the play, and then an open net. Krzyzewski went for it. She did. Just missed it. It was Kansas State up 19-18, and now a 3-0 scoring run for Kansas. And interesting, this is where we were in the third set, just role reversed, right? It was Kansas State that was up 21-19, and then Kansas came back, and it was kind of back and forth.
This match now 2 hours old, and nothing's been settled yet. And that point really got the crowd into it.
I think if you're Coach Mansfield, though, on the side of K-State, you say, hey, we're going out here, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to take the aggressive swing, just like Krzyzewski did there, and you're pleased with that. You're saying, hey, we went for it, you went after it, it's okay. This is how you're going to go on the road and try to upend the top, the 8th-ranked team in the country. Always like to watch the faces of Cameron Turner, who just gives it her all every single night. I mean, just the amount of steps that she gets, I'd love to see the GPS tracker on Cameron Turner throughout a match.
The end to serve. Kansas did well to get a hand on that one. Bien with the dig.
There's a touch.
There's calling a touch on the Kansas side. Yeah, the official said that long, but Meg Brown with her 10th kill. The line official said long, but I think the up official said touch.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Ray Bichard's going to challenge.
I thought for sure there was a touch on that.
Kansas is challenging, no touch.
It's interesting. It looks like, I didn't think Bien got on the back row. I thought it was at the plane of the net. And I think Patak went up and said, I didn't touch this.
Oh,
the ball was in.
The ball's in anyway. Well, but I think, and again, we're across the court, but I think Ray Bichard was asking because I thought the official raised his flag, did he not? No, that's clearly in.
Yeah. So ruling on the floor was that there was a touch. It might not have been a touch, but that ball was definitely in.
I think Caroline Bien is laughing. The K-State huddle just exploded like it was in. But we'll let the officials sort this out.
But I think what's going to have to happen here is that there was no... Yeah.
Points Kansas State.
But there was no coach, but there was no touch.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what Ray Bouchard said. So there was no touch, right? That ball was clearly in. So it's Shaylee Myers to serve. Kansas still with a 1-point edge. London Davis. Larkin was there. Bien. Reagan Burns with a great save. Attack! Kansas by 2.
I'll talk about effort. Reagan Burns laying it all out there. Just a free ball opportunity, just too tight. And Reese Patak all over it. How about 10 kills, 9 blocks for Reese Patak, nearing a double-double for the freshman. But you have to give credit to Reagan Burns on that play, because that does not happen unless she goes diving into the sideline to keep that ball up.
Timeout Kansas State. KU has taken a 2-point edge here in the 4th set.
You know, I appreciate both of these head coaches, though, and their demeanor. Coach Bouchard, cool, calm, and collected as ever. And Coach Mansfield as well. But look at that effort from Reagan Burns. Free ball opportunity, and then just too tight, and then Reese Patak all over it. A part of her 9th block, the Big 12 Rookie of the Week.
Impressive work from the freshman. Caroline Bien again was big in that point as well. All right, you've been in these situations plenty of times. What's the information in the Kansas huddle right now?
Oh, you talk about certain matchups right now on what is the tendencies and what have we seen throughout this match. Talk about, you know, this player in this zone likes to go here. There's so much technology now that you're able to see that percentages and where they go, where in this rotation, what do they like to do? But first things first, you got to go back. You have to serve aggressive to put pressure to try to break down that, because perfect pass system and system, you know, you got to think of these are their options, but all goes out the window if you're able to get them off the net, out of system, and limit the options offensively. But I think if you're Kansas State and you're in system, I think you give the ball to Meg Brown.
She has been clutch for the Wildcats. Reagan Burns will serve it with a 2-point advantage.
Not too bad options, though, with Carter and then Meg Brown out there.
Turner out to El Nadi. Carter with a good play. El Nadi falling backwards, gets that one. On a banjo, got a hand. 23-20.
Well, talk about a gritty play. Neither team found their footing within that rally. I mean, it wasn't pretty. This is kind of what you expect in a rivalry match. As late into the set is just kind of anything goes. And
on a banjo. The crowd on its feet as Kansas has set points.
Able to run through that. Not completely in stride for Meg Brown on that attack. And on a banjo, who's been clutch all match long. 14 kills now.
Chance for the Jayhawks. Turner. Donna Banjo. Larkin was there. Carter. Turn back. We're going to a 5th. Banjo leading the charge back for the Jayhawks. 2 sets apiece. The 5th coming your way next here from Lawrence.
The moment I loved our Subaru Outback most was the moment they walked away from it.
Mom! Oh, thank goodness.
And that's why our family will only drive a Subaru.
Subaru. More IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus awards than any other brand. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Get special low rates on a new Subaru Outback for a limited time.
Good morning, everybody. We are here to discuss the essence.
What?
So, any questions?
Nope, all clear.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that sore throat. Vapocool drops? It's sore throat relief with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks Vapocool Drops.
I'm on the next level now.
It's so on.
This is Formula One!
Even at 2 sets apiece, we're going to a 5th set between Kansas State and Kansas. Lee Fleissig, Jill Dorsey Hall with you. Permission for an extra scoop of ice cream and maybe a brownie on top, because this is everything you'd ever want in a rivalry matchup.
We were kind of vanilla first set, second set, and it's got a little extra spicy in sets 3 and 4. Either team could have won sets 3 or 4. They decided to split those. So here we go. We're going the distance in a comfortable spot for Kansas State as they came into this match playing 3 5-set matches in a row, winning all 3 of those. They won 15-10 against Iowa State in a reverse sweep at home. They won on the road against Cincinnati, 19-17 on the road, and then they won this last Sunday at West Virginia, 15-5 in dominating fashion in set number 5. And then contrastly for Kansas, they have not played a 5th set yet this season. This is the first time, and of course against a rival on their home floor.
Does that give Kansas State an edge, having played the last 3 matches going to 5?
I think so. I mean, you just said, hey, we've just been there. I also think that Kansas State right now is rallying around the injury of Liz Gregorski, saying, hey, we got to do this for Liz. Fight right now. An opportunity, too. Kansas is the 8th-ranked team in the country. So this is a marquee victory, not only a marquee victory, but on the road as well. And it would also, if Kansas State's able to be victorious, you're also giving Kansas their first Big 12 loss of the season on their home floor. I think what's so important in the 5th set is that it's a sprint. It's not a marathon. This match might have been a marathon, but a 5th set is a sprint, and truly, flip of a coin, anything goes.
We're going to 15, win by 2.
The crowd currently on their feet, but it's going to be critical for Kansas to get a quick jump out in this 5th set to keep this crowd up and engaged. You just don't have a lot of room for error in the 5th set because it is so quick. Just a set to 15.
Teams will remain on the same side. I laughed at Caroline Bien as she was meeting the officials and the K-State captain just kind of smiling away. Oh, we're gonna play 5. Okay, that'd be great. That's a great attitude. Wonderful competitor.
Just calm and cool.
Just calm and cool. Just smiling the whole way.
But I think that's what her teammates, appreciate about her. Not too high, not too low, just calm, cool, and collected, steady.
She's seen it before. Simone Sims will serve it. Attack and Elnady get Kansas on the board first.
And off the free ball, it's the Kansas block once again. Reese Patak, how about a double-double? 10 kills, 10 blocks for the freshman.
She's growing up in a hurry, isn't she? Carter. Elnady. Sims was there to cover. Carter. 1-all.
I appreciate this tempo ball from Krzyzewski. A little bit faster tempo, so it gets there, so Carter can attack it before the block is fully formed.
14 kills for Leah Carter. London Davis. 2-1 Kansas.
A perfect ball off the platform of Caroline Vienne. A senior connection there on that play, and those players have played a lot together. Vienne, Turner, and Davis.
Carter was wide. There was a touch. No. Now let's check on a banjo for Kansas.
You know, unfortunately, we've seen 2 standing ovations for 2 players, 2 seniors that have had to exit this match because of 2 injuries. And if your emotions right now are all over the place, up and down, it's
collision there, it looked like.
And
landed awkwardly.
Substitution for Kansas, number 13, Zoe Burgess. She'll replace.
I'm not sure if it was her knee or her ankle, actually. That's the thing that I'm interested on how they're attending to Toyosi Banjo, who's had it.
I'm sorry, we're going to see Zoe Burgess in the lineup for the first time now.
Another freshman for the Jayhawks, who.
It looks like they're working on the ankle of Banjo.
Point State.
Wide from Bryn McGee.
Izzy Krzyzewski to serve.
Yeah, it looked maybe a high ankle sprain.
Krzyzewski will serve. Turner has to run it down. And now we're even at 3.
You know, what's interesting is K-State is without one of their middles and Jordan Williams, and they've had to kind of rearrange their lineup because of a high ankle sprain that they hope to get back. Toyosi Banjo for Kansas, who had been leading the way for them with 14 kills, hitting .571.
Elnady. Sims to the great dig. Bien from the back row. Reagan Burns for Kansas. Larkin.
That's up.
Sims saved it. Great effort from the Kansas State side. Elnady. Sims there again. Elnady. 4-3 KU.
I mean, this is a volleyball player. You have to applaud both sides because this is unbelievable from Sims into the bench.
Elnady to serve.
And then the strong swing from Elnady. He's not going to go back to serve for the Jayhawks.
Pushed long. Jayhawks by 2. El Nadi with the ace. 6-3 Kansas.
Going deep into the floor, and that's the 4th ace for the Jayhawks. It's the ace leader for the Jayhawks and El Nadi.
High, no touch. 7-3 KU.
Oh, this one just couldn't get on top of it from Carter. And it was tied at 3 in a 4-0 run after the injury of Onabanjo, who they're still tending to on the bench on the Kansas side.
Well, we talked about scenarios you play in practice.
Yeah.
You've seen this one probably a time or two as well in the 5th set.
It's hard to simulate this, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
We're going to bring Kansas State in for a practice, put a full crowd in there and see how you do.
Yeah, backs against the wall, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're down 2-1. It's been wild emotions. And there's been tears shed by players on the court.
Yeah.
I mean, for Kansas State, your teammate goes down in the 3rd set, you win that set. For Kansas now in this 5th set, Onabanjo goes down, and it's just like you have to battle and manage that. And there's something to be said for, be where your feet are, and it's right here, right now. And that's the thing about the game of volleyball too. It's like right here, right now. You don't think about the past, only about right this moment, right now.
I still go back to that moment in the 2nd set. Onabanjo came into the lineup, and she was fired up. She was, let's go. She was really pumping her team up. And yeah, I think the Jayhawks take a lot had energy from her. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And for Grigorski, for Kansas State,
absolutely,
she was leading the way for the Wildcats. I mean, she had 7 kills, and she was the top of the category then, and then she goes down. And so then it's been Myers for Kansas State, who has picked up her play, and now it's Burgess for Kansas, and she's going to have to pick up her level of her play on the front row.
Coming straight off the bench after 2 hours.
Yeah, but that's where depth comes into play. That's where next person up.
El Nadi serves. Carter. Wide from Zoe Burgess.
Hey, Sims is sitting right on the line to line, an opportunity to point score, but just missed wide.
Swanson. Redirected there by Brenna Schmidt. K-State within 2.
And I think the Kansas side, their coaching staff was arguing for a double, but you can't double when it crosses the net, but you can on your own side on the 2nd contact.
Carter with a nice pickup. There's Burgess with a block.
This gym felt that one. Zoe Burgess standing tall, a solo block from the freshman.
Teams will switch sides as Kansas goes to 8. Again, we're going to 15, win by 2 here in the 5th.
I appreciate Coach Mansfield, though, and just talking to Shaylee Myers after that and talking about the adjustment there on that swing, just to try to go at either angle, not right into it, and good coaching opportunity. Enjoyed our conversation with him before the match. It was interesting. He came to Kansas State, joined last year. This is his 2nd season, and just had 1 year against his brother, who was the head coach at Oklahoma. But they were able to face off earlier in the non-con.
Former assistant at Washington and Stanford in his 2nd season at Kansas State. Into the net will bring the Wildcats within 2.
A lot of volleyball left here in the, not a lot, but it's still
we don't know.
Ability. Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Ella Larkin serves. Swanson.
That's out.
Wide. 9-6 Kansas.
A couple digs on the back row from McGee, and then it was really kind of a bang-bang play, and Larkin just couldn't hold on to it enough to keep it on her side.
Myers scores it for K-State.
Yeah, she had the touch, too. High snap. That was well done. That was, I think, in and the touch.
Yeah.
Ava LeGrand to serve.
How about Reese Patak? How good has the freshman been?
I mean, it's been phenomenal, really. I mean, she looks like a veteran out there. If you wouldn't have shown me a roster, I truly wouldn't have known. I mean, playing like a veteran, commanding the space. 11 kills, 10 blocks for Reese Patak, who just got her first start a couple matches ago.
Patak with the block. Stepping up again. 11-7 Kansas.
She's now like, okay, that was a lot of emotion. She felt that one for sure.
This is a great rivalry, and both sides are really bringing it tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is one of those matches where you feel like both teams should lose. Like, you know, in soccer where you can tie and both teams get a point, you're going to feel that way, right? I know, it's silly. It's silly, I think. Yeah. But it's like, you got to feel that way, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, it's been truly enjoyable because it hasn't always been pretty. I mean, it hasn't, but it has been a ton of heart and fight and grit. I mean, until the very end. What more can you ask for?
Yeah.
They got their money's worth tonight.
They absolutely did. Sellout crowd. They are lined along the second deck here inside Horace Family Volleyball Arena. 2.5 hours of fun. In fact, I think it's standing room only the rest of the season, so.
I truly have looked
You'll be standing there watching us, one or the
I've
other.
looked at a couple of the fans, and I'm like, they have been standing there in that position, not wanting to lose their spot for 2.5 hours. And so Kansas State here in this rotation, Meg Brown available. I think it's first things first. Have a strong pass and try to feed the ball to Meg Brown.
Myers took that one. Carter from the back row. London Davis. Larkin there to cover. Reagan Burns got a hand on it. El Nadi. 12-7 Kansas.
Well, you talk about players and a merge play. This is a great example of two players merging right there. You see Bien going behind, Reagan Burns going in front. Just kind of blanketing the back row.
Did it again. El Nadi. Larkin was there. Reagan Burns for Kansas. Out to London Davis. 13-7 Kansas.
Well, Kansas has just continued in this fifth set to increase their level of play throughout this fifth set. There's a reason why they're top 10 team in the country. Offensively, defensively, and the balance this Jayhawk team brings.
Myers off the Kansas block. Point Kansas State.
And that ends a 4-0 scoring run. And Patak didn't miss it by much. She was like, oh, almost got the 12th block there. And if you're Simone Sims, I think you've got to go back and say, I have to put pressure with this serve.
Abdelnaty. That ball's still up, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Carter with the swing, and it's down. K-State takes the point.
I think that ball was up. I do. No, I don't think so, actually. I think that he has to challenge that. Yeah. I don't know if I see that ball up or not.
It looked like it was on the floor, but play continued.
And this will be close here. Oh, no, that ball hits the ground.
Yeah.
Tremendous effort, but I think that ball gets the ground before it hits the hand. You got it, partner?
Yeah, I think that's...
It's always easy to say when we have 6 slow motion looks at it, right?
I think Carter even knew. She was like,
yeah.
You know what?
Hey, great effort.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll take Kansas now to match points.
There's some confusion right now on what rotation perhaps the Jayhawks are in, and the substitutions right now. Man, the volume increases and decreases we've had throughout this match. I mean, on a dime too. Yeah. Unfortunately, a couple of those were for injuries, but like it's just like been deafening, and then the pin could drop.
All right, Reagan Burns serves for Kansas. Match point. Carter. Not yet, says the Wildcats.
And so Kansas right now, they have 3 live attackers. So they have London Davis, Aya El-Nadi, and Zoe Burgess.
Turner tight to the net. Carter, be in there for Kansas. El-Nadi. Turner covers for the Jayhawks. El-Nadi again. Off the ceiling, but still in play. Carter. London Davis tried to get it off the hands, but it's point K-State. Second match point saved.
Meg Brown in the back row digging a ball.
Brown serves. Turner out to El-Nadi. Jayhawks winning it in 5.
Well, the first time the Kansas Jayhawks get pushed to a 5th set, their backs against the wall. It wasn't easy, but they showed a lot of grit and grace, and that has been the cornerstone values of this program, and exactly what you wanted in a rivalry match. Unfortunately, a player for both teams goes down due to injury. I mean, 2 main key players.
Liz Gregorski for Kansas State. Josie Onabanjo for Kansas.
But other players and their ability to step up. One of those being the Big 12 Rookie of the Week in Reese Patak, who we're going to be joined by, who backs up yet another performance tonight. The true freshman, we're going to be joined by 11 kills, 11 blocks. How about a smooth little double-double?